Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to the One Perspective to Another podcast. I am your humble and gracious host, A. Sanders, here with another episode. What a week it has been, but we are making this another evergreen episode, and this week's evergreen episode is Opta the Sage of philosophy. Questions that I've been pondering and thinking about in this past month, or the turn of the new year, I guess you can say. But before we get into it, I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope that the world is doing its best right now. I know it's been a lot going on, changing of the guard, like I said in last week's podcast. People recovering, people going through everything, and it brought me to this kind of area of just thought and processing and evaluating not only myself but just the world around me too. And I woke up from this thought from sleeping. It's very, very, very rare that I actually remember my dreams. But this one really struck me. And I'll start by saying the definition. I just thought of the sage because I thought it was the most beneficial to what I'm trying to explain. But a sage, definition-wise, in classical philosophy, is someone who has attained wisdom. The term has also been used interchangeably with a good person and a virtuous person. Among the earliest accounts of sage begin with the Ipharacites and the Ferrets, however you say it. I ain't even gonna try to butcher that shit, but I got that from Wikipedia. And that's always something that I have had a deep interest in just knowledge and understanding. The most important word that is always in my mind is why. And the ultimate parallel between those two are Pandora's box and why. And somebody told me a long time ago that sometimes it's okay that questions don't have answers, but then there's a part in my mind that there's always a reason, there's always a why, there's always a how. There's always something behind it. This is the way my brain works. It's the way I was raised, to figure shit out, to not beat around the bush, get to the nitty gritty of it, and just understand, communicate, deduce, do all the things that are necessary in order for you to understand, to make the best informed and educated and thoughtful and just honest move on any plane, on any field, whether it's life, love, happiness, money, pursuit of your joys, your passion, your woman, your man, your girl, your family, whatever it is. The goal is always, for me personally, is the positive of making the good choice in order to grow. But I say that with a grain of salt now, being, how do I say this, in the position, not the position that I'm in, but just the clarity that I got from this little epiphany and questions that I've had going in my mind is the goal of our existence, not just our existence, but just dealing with day to day. Is it really peace? Is it really balance? I put that on my merchandise for a reason. I put balance as key because it is. And I think for a lot of us, everything that's going on in 2020, or everything that's gone on in 2020 moving into 2021, I think a lot of us have lost focus of our balance. Not just from a mental health standpoint, or a I've lost my job standpoint, or trying to be in a relationship and COVID and everything shut down. I'm not talking about those intangibles. I'm talking about the understanding of reality, of our world, of being able to flow in between, in and out of like, this is me, the person. This is me, what I'm projecting. This is me, what I'm sending out to the world. This is me and what I see as reality. Because not everybody sees reality the same way. Not everybody sees you the same way. So that's why I say, I've always been on it. It's my only fucking tattoo that really means something to me, is that balance is key. Peace is key. Like having that as a forefront and a pillar of me is something that has kept me grounded, to keep my frustrations and my anger and my just grizzly bear yell moments to just be peaceful. But the real reason why I just came to these questions is because I relate to it in like cartoon form. Get a little nerd moment of like the last airbender and like his journey of mastering all the different elements of wind, water, and fire. Like I feel like that's what we do as human beings. But like, who really takes that time? It's just the narrative of like, hey, let's go to work. Let's get this money. Let's party on the weekend. Let's go have sex with some people. Couple of them. Then we find one that we like. We have babies, and then that's it. Like, I'm not trying to say it's like to be more or be less. Like, if that's what somebody chooses, then that's what they choose. But just for me, in my own perspective, even in those relationships, even in those situations, you still have to have a sense of wisdom and balance in order to keep moving and getting your money and going out on the weekends. I'll just say that to keep it as simple as possible. But then you look at other people and the things that they try to accomplish and the things that they try to achieve, and all the people who creating industries and creating businesses and sports stars, people who create movies, people who are creating just anything, people who are artists, people who are photographers, people who are fashionistas, like anything and everything. There takes a certain amount of wisdom obtained to be that person. And being at home, I think it's taken us away from the actualities of pursuit of peace and pursuit of balance and pursuit of our dreams and our intangibles. And I call this episode Opta, the Sage, because of those reasons. Like, who is still chasing after those things? Who is still projecting that into the social media realm? Who is still projecting that with their friends and family? Who is still projecting that with colleagues and spouses and lovers and friends? Like, whoever. Like, I'm just questioning, because like, I know it's people that I know who are doing that kind of stuff, but it's like, what about the rest of the people? What about the rest of the world? And then it led me to the next like conclusion, I guess you can say, is that as much as I want them to, they still have to choose it. Like I said in a couple podcasts ago about me learning and understanding that as much as I want people to move and to grow, it's still up to them. And that's my reality right now, is understanding and coming to grips with peace. That I just do these podcasts and these quotes and working on this book because of this. This brings me my peace. This is my balance. This is what keeps me at bay. These are the things that fulfill my drive and my need. These are the things that answer my why. There's a lot of people, I guess you could say, perceive me as this person who is just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people think I'm bigger than what I really am, but I can't change the way people perceive me. Like, I'm flawed. I make mistakes. I've had fuck ups with money, with women, with everything. The whole 9 yards. Maybe it's because I don't talk about it, because it's been a lot of this shit that's been in the past, but maybe that's something I'll do in a future episode, like the fuck ups. But it's just really weird to see like reality and just becoming or obtaining my own wisdom and getting older and just being aware of the world and aware of people and aware of their choices. Like I was talking about earlier, the why of shit. Not everything is Pandora's box. Some people just choose to do what they choose to do. And there is no rhyme or reason to it because it makes them happy or because they just don't really know any better. But watching it like over the past like 4 years, getting older and trying to reach my own sage level has been really entertaining to watch. For example, just like being, especially this past week with like the GameStop shit. I'm dating this episode now with this evergreen shit, but it's all good. Like with the GameStop shit and just seeing how the forums from a Reddit to mainstream media to AOC going live and how the trickle effect of information getting versus information taking is night and day. And that is still people who don't even know anything about what's going on. The attention to getting information is really, I don't know, it's really scary to see personally because so much has gone on, but like so little people know. And I guess that's the same thing. You can say that about anything because it's a lot of things that I don't know anything about that I should know about too. That's why I said like I'm not who people think that I'm supposed to be. Like I know what I know, and knowing that I don't know everything is something that keeps me humble and keeps me at peace and fine and with my balance. But with that, also know that I'm forever learning, that I'm forever a student. But I do understand and practice what I do know and express what I do know and express the things that I've learned and things that I find interesting and giving it in value to people. And I hope that it helps people. I hope that it brings value to people. That's all I can do is leave these messages and these gems of just my thoughts and my state of mind. Like it's a note on all these episodes. It's a note. It's a timestamp. It's a little brief summary of what the idea is. And it's just me answering the why. Me becoming or trying to become that sage. Trying to become that person who I feel I want to be, who I need to be. Because this past year, like, has reminded me of the goal. But there's still a lot of things in the world that I personally don't like, that I personally don't agree with. But that's the balance that we all have to push and pull with. Like, but I don't control reality. I don't control what people do. I don't control anything else than my own self, my own reality, my own wisdom. And I can move with that and move wherever else I need to be with my wisdom. And I guess I say all this to say that be mindful of your choices. Be mindful of your presence. Be mindful of your value. And not to say that be mindful of how people perceive you. Just be aware of what you present. Be aware of what you represent. Be aware of you and your essence and how you just give your energy off to people. Because it's important that we remember, even me, just because I don't sit up here as like I'm talking above, I'm talking next to or like in front of, to peers, to people, to families, to whoever. It's just a little tidbit of information to me, to you, to whoever is listening, to just do whatever is best for you to obtain your peace and obtain your balance. But just have that situational awareness and know when to do what and where to do it. Because it's all that I just keep coming back to is just situational awareness of knowing when to do shit and how to get it and why to do it. And like that's an ever changing topic. So if it's repetitive, I guess you could say it's kind of on purpose, but it's the quest. And my quest personally is I'm trying to be a fucking sage and shit, because this shit is fucking cool. I'm trying to be last airbender and shit and mastering all these different techniques and shit, and people come to me and want to know X, Y, and Z, and I can tell them A, B, and C, and then we in that thing. So, with that being said, that's my thought this week. As I look on my board and it says balance is key. So we're going to keep it balance is key. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Hopefully next week we'll have a special guest in the building. We'll see how that goes. But if not, we're going to be back with some more gems and wisdom. And we will catch you on the flip side. And as always, playing in the background is my sleeper this week. And we will catch you on the flip side. I'm out.
Come to river. I will come to river. I will come to river. Come to river. Wash my soul. I will come to river. Wash my soul. I will come to river. Wash my soul again. Carry away my dead leaves. Let me baptize my soul with the help of your waters. Sink my pains and complaints. Let the river take them. River, drown them. My ego and my blame. Let me baptize my soul with the help of your waters. Those old means so ashamed. Let the river take them. River, drown them. Come to river. I will come to river. I will come to river. Come to river. Wash my soul. I will come to river. Wash my soul. I will come to river. Wash my soul again. Carry away my old leaves. Let me baptize my soul with the help of your waters. Sink my pains and complaints. Let the river take them. River, drown them. My ego and my blame. Let me baptize my soul with the help of your waters. Those old me's so ashamed. Let the river take them. River, drown them. Come to river. I will come to river. I will come to river. Come to river. Wash my soul. I will come to river. Wash my soul. I will come to river. Wash my soul again.